Good morning, welcome. My name is Dawn, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of yoga, very gentle yoga, and some meditation at the end. And this is going to be out live on the Kirkland website, the advent calendar, so you can check it out on Bill to Kirkland. And every day there's a different activity, and today it will be the gentle yoga with some meditation. So all you need for this, comfortable clothing, a mat, and that is all you need. So let's just make ourselves comfortable, sitting however you feel most comfortable. You need to bring your hands, just rest them across your belly, spread your fingers out. And as you breathe in, breathing in through the nose, press your belly out into your hands. Feel your body expanding to accommodate that breath. As you exhale, the body becomes smaller, the belly button draws in. And inhaling, expanding, and exhaling. And then try that with your eyes closed. And when we shut off that sense of sight, our sense of feeling becomes a little deeper, a little more heightened. And we feel that breath. Open the eyes and bring the hands up slightly higher, just across the rib cage. And let the tips of your middle fingers touch. And now as we breathe in fully, not only does the belly expand, but you feel the rib cage opening. And you can feel the tips of those middle fingers drawing apart. And as we exhale, the ribs close, the fingertips touch. And inhaling, opening. Exhaling to let that breath go. So it's not a forced movement of the hands naturally move as the body moves. So then we can bring our hands up even higher, just resting them across the collarbones. As we breathe in, the belly expands, the ribs open, and we feel the collarbones rise. Exhale, the collarbones sink back down, the ribs close, the belly draws in. And in through the nose. And out through the nose. And this is our three-part yogic breath, a very expansive breath. And each breath in nourishes our body with oxygen. Each breath out cleanses our body of toxins. So once we establish that nice deep breathing, let's release the hands and just rest our fingertips on the mat by our side. Lifting our right arm, we inhale, we reach up, and we reach over, and then we can circle around. And be mindful, follow the hand with the eyes. Beautiful circle. Not only do we feel the shoulder warming, we feel the side of our body starting to lengthen. Our hip through our side ribs, all the way to our underarm. Time to bring that right hand down over on the opposite side of the mat. Walk both hands out as far as you can. And then soften into your elbows. Let your body rest against your thigh. And pause here for 3 breaths in, 3 breaths out. And you may not notice how deeply you're stretching. But on that 3rd breath, as we walk our hands back in, to sit centered, we can feel one side of our body a little warmer and longer than the other. So let's even ourselves up, lifting our left arm, reach up and over. Circle around, stir up all the energy around you. circle. And then we can bring the hand down on the opposite side. Walk the hands further out. Go exploring. Soften elbows. And you want to feel the stretch in the left side of the body this time. Center. Hopefully our body feels a little bit more balanced from right to left. So let's bring our hands slightly behind us, turning our fingertips out and leaning back into our hands, and then arching our back, pressing our heart up, tilting our chin up to the ceiling. And in this position we can breathe in fully and feel that breath rising up into the base of our throat. Bringing our hands in front of us. Again, explore as we walk forward for our counter pose. Let's make our way back to a neutral position, sitting nice and tall. Let's take our right leg and extend it out on a slight angle. Keeping our left leg bent, tucking the foot towards the inner thigh. Manually turn your body so you're facing your toes as we lift our arms, we inhale. Exhaling, reaching over the thigh towards our toes, into our single forward folds. And we feel a pulling in two places here. The hip on the left side, the hamstring on the right side. Let's drive our tailbone into the mat, lift the arms, take a slight twist, bring our back hand down, push into our bottom knee, and we lift up and reach behind. Lowering back down to the mat as we inhale, the arms rise up. As we exhale, single leg forward fold. To rise up, turning to the left as we exhale, we press into hand and knee, and we reach into our arabesque pose. Let's try that once more, see if we can go a little bit further. Again, link movement and breath, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Centered position. So let's take that left leg, extend it out, bend our right knee, tuck the foot in towards the inner thigh, turn the body, face our toes, keep your spine as long as you can. We take a breath. And we fold over the straight leg. Soften, take a slight pause. As our inhaling breath uplifts us. Turn, we bring our right hand down, press into the right knee, lift, arch your back, press your hips forward, look behind, feel the energy going out through the fingertips behind. Lowering down, facing our toes, we breathe in, and we breathe out. Just as our breath is continuous, our movements become continuous. Let's make our way back down to the mat. Extend our legs out in front. Give them a little shake, let any tension go. And we'll come into a seated twist from here. Just taking the time to be gentle with the body to warm it up. So let's bend that right leg. Cradling the knee in your arm. Take a hold of the foot. And start to rock from side to side until you feel the hip joint becoming a little bit more lubricated, a little warmer. And you can take that right foot and cross it over the left leg, planting it on the floor as close to your body as you can. Now you might find you need to have the foot near your shin, your ankle, or it can be up past your knee. And then you press into our hands to sit tall. So our opposite leg, we have our right leg bent. We're going to lift our left arm, bring the elbow over the knee if you can, and use it as a lever to manually turn your body. So you're twisting and looking over your shoulder. If you find you can't quite get this elbow over the knee, you could wrap it around the knee and pull from the thigh instead. Whenever we come into a twisting pose, we feel that our breath isn't quite as deep. Restriction through the center of our body, we can't expand the body as much as we'd like. And then as we release from our twist, our breath can become deep again. So let's extend that right leg out, bend the left, cradle the knee, take a hold of the foot, and just wake up that hip on this side. Once you feel it's warm, when you're ready, take that left foot, cross it over the right leg, and ground the sole of the foot into the mat. Lengthen your spine, take a breath in, opposite arm to leg lifts. Elbow comes over or around the knee, your choice, and then we turn the other body. So when our breath is restricted in this way, the oxygen supply to the center of the body, to the vital organs, is limited. As we release from our twist, and our breath deepens, our oxygen supply is much fuller. That's our body's natural way of cleansing those internal organs. So it's a good thing to be doing a twisting position on a regular basis. From here, we're going to bring our hands behind us once more, lean back into our hands, spread your fingers. We'll start with our one knee bent. So let's bend our right knee, press the foot into the mat, and then lift your hips. Tilt your chin back, press your heart upwards. You can feel the back of your body working here. Hamstrings working, the core back muscles working. Lowering our seat back down to the floor. Let's extend the right leg out. Bend that left leg, take a breath in. Exhale, rise up, drive the hips up as high as you can. Yourself back down. Beautiful. So let's bend both knees and make our way over to hands and knees. We're going to start in a box position. Connecting hands to floor, hands under shoulders, fingers are spread. Knees directly underneath the hips, we're making that box position, and our spine is flat. As you breathe in, imagine you're pressing your navel towards the mat, your tailbone lifts, and then your chin lifts. This is our cow pose. As you exhale, push into the palms of your hands, tuck your chin in, start to arch your back, look inwards towards your thighs into cat pose. Inhale as you press down, cow. Exhale into your cat. As we continue and our spine becomes warmer and more supple, arch up a little bit higher. You press down a little bit deeper. One last time, breathing in and out. And on your next inhaling breath, come to a neutral position. Your spine is straight once more. So let's strengthen those core back muscles. Extending our right foot, we're going to reach it to the back of the room. Balancing, we take our left hand and we reach it forward. Don't strain the neck, just try and look down to the mat, a little bit in front of your fingertips, and then lift both limbs a fraction higher. might find your right wrist is starting to feel strained. So let's come back to both hands and knees. Taking that right hand off the mat, lift it up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, slowly thread it underneath the arm. Bring your elbow to the floor, shoulder to the floor, and if you can, bring your ear down to the floor. If you feel strain in your wrist, you could circle the wrist around. Just give it a little stretch. Relax it. Feel the warmth in the shoulders. Come back up to hands and knees. And this time extending the left leg out behind. And you want to squeeze your glutes tight, draw your navel in towards your spine, gain your balance. And reach out with the opposite arm. Lifting the limbs, stay strong. Breathe slowly. Back to our hands and knees. Lift that left hand up. Now if you had trouble bringing that shoulder down to the floor on the right side, you could use your block here. You could thread the hand underneath, placing your block where your shoulder should be, but then bring your elbow to the floor and rest your shoulder and head onto the block instead. Some people have a bit of difficulty coming all the way down to the mat. This is an option, or we can bring it all the way down as we did on that first side. Coming back to our hands and knees. So what I'd like you to do from here is tuck your toes under, take your knees slightly wider apart, start to walk your hands in towards your knees and rise up onto the knees themselves. We're going to come into Camel Pose, so lots of options with our Camel Pose. Again, if you have a block, you could place it between your feet. Just grip it with the inner edges of your feet or your heels. Lifting our arms, we're going to inhale up. As you exhale, bring your hands to your lower back. Spread your fingers. Hands are supporting the lower back, we're pressing our hips forward and leaning. You can stay here, or if you can, bring your hands to your block, or maybe just to your heels. And this is our Camel Pose. If you find this is a strain for your neck, being in that position, rather than tilting the head back, you can tuck your chin in and look forward, because what we want to achieve here is the curve in the spine. Head can be hanging back if it's comfortable, if not, we can look forward. So let's pause here for 3 breaths in, 3 breaths out. To bring ourselves out safely, we tuck the chin, we lift first one arm up, then the other. And then we bring our hands back down to the mat and softly, take your time, arch up into cat pose. Nice counter pose for our camel. And keeping our knees wide apart, removing the block if we used it, pushing our tailbone to our heels, and resting back into child's pose. To do here is make yourselves comfortable. We're going to come into corpse pose, so swing those legs around. Holding underneath your thighs, roll yourself down onto your mat. Spread your shoulder blades out, rest your head, and then rest the backs of your hands on the floor. Allow your fingers to curl naturally. Sliding first one leg out long in front of you, and then the other. space between the legs. Allow the thighs to roll outwards. Let your toes drift to the corners of your mat. Take a slow, deep breath in. Let the body feel a little lighter. Exhaling back down. Feeling heavier. Inhale through the belly, through the ribs, underneath the collarbones, into the base of your throat. And exhaling. Close your eyes. Feel that breath running through your body. Parts of your body are touching the mat. Backs of the heels, shoulder blades, back of the head feeling heavy. And notice which parts of your body don't quite connect with the mat. A little space at the back of your ankles, behind your knees, arch of your lower back. Base of your neck. Keep the eyes closed. Allow the body to feel heavy. Let your breath settle into a slow, natural, easy rhythm. Wander off. Each breath, your body sinking deeper and deeper into your mat. Being as still and as peaceful as you possibly can be. Focus on one particular thing. I want you to take yourself to a place in your mind, a place where you feel comfortable, a place where you feel safe and secure, a place that you enjoy. In your mind, picture yourself being in this place. Visualize yourself being there. And as you picture yourself in this place, take the time to check in. How does this place feel? Is it warm? Do you feel the sun shining down? Feel the warmth of the fire that you're curled up next to. Or maybe it's cold, you feel the snow underneath your foot, the wind blowing in your face. Or maybe just a slight breeze. How does this place feel to you, this place that you enjoy so much? Picture yourself being there and feeling it. How does this place smell? Is there a particular smell that you associate with it? Maybe you smell pine from the forest, that salty smell of the ocean, freshly brewed coffee, maybe the fragrance of flowers, the cologne of a loved one. What smell is it you associate with this place that you enjoy? Picture yourself being there, feeling the sensations. Take a deep breath in, see if you can smell that smell that you associate with this place. Listen very carefully. Are there any sounds that you associate with this place? Maybe you hear music playing, the laughter of children, maybe a dog barking in the distance. Maybe you hear the crunching of leaves underfoot, or waves crashing against the beach. Maybe it's the hustle and bustle of a city. Or maybe it's just the sound of silence, and all you hear is the vibration of the universe, that constant on. Picture yourself being in this place, feeling it, smelling it, hearing it, and enjoy it. And lastly, do you picture yourself there alone, with a loved one, friends, family? Spend these last few moments enjoying this place. Take your time, relax, be still. Time in your mind, you can transport yourself to this place whenever you wish. It's yours to enjoy. But for now, let's bring ourselves back to the present moment, letting our thoughts go. Let's reawaken the physical body, wriggling our toes and our fingers, maybe stretching out long, hugging our knees, just gently reawakening our body. Ready in your own way, in your own time, gradually coming back to a comfortable seated position. Let's open our eyes. Welcome back. Closing with one deep breath in together, gathering all the positive energy in. And we exhale, draw it to our heart. Namaste.